You know, seeing Natalia, you know, she's in the bikini getting showered off, I'm thinking, wow, I'd be a lucky man if she was my wife. I asked God, should Natalia be a wife? Like a wind and presence of God just filled the whole garage. Finally came to a conclusion, we're like, we can't say it's wrong. It's a reflection of Jesus and his church.
I swear, we're not stupid.
Oh, wait, you serious?
Awesome! After a decade of 90 Day Fiancé shows, I thought I had seen it all. People bringing their fiancé over on a K-1 visa, people moving to a new country to marry their fiancé, people meeting their potential fiancé before the 90 days. But boy did Seeking Sister Wife surprise me with something brand new. Because there is a story here that is 90 Day Fiancé related, but with a big, uncomfortable twist. Meet Garrick. He's 40 years old, and he's going to Mexico to meet this woman he's been talking to online for 4 months. Natalia is 25 years old from Brazil. They have never met in person, but Garrick already has plans to propose. This sounds like a familiar Before the 90 Days story, doesn't it? But the big, uncomfortable twist here is that Garrick is already married to Danielle. Well, sort of.
We're the Merrifields, and we have been practicing polygamy now for 5 years.
They were married for about 13 years, and they say that they never initially had plans to have a polygamous lifestyle.
I think we just thought it was wrong and evil. But we searched the scriptures for years and finally came to a conclusion. We're like, we can't say it's wrong. It's a reflection of Jesus and his church.
If you are new to this show, this is not this couple's first time seeking out a sister wife to bring over to the US. Nope, they tried previously to bring a woman named Roberta over to the US on a K-1 visa.
Once we knew that she was supposed to be a part of our family, Garrick and I got divorced to bring Roberta to the US.
Yes, they legally got divorced to bring Roberta over on a fiancé visa. Just let that sink in for a moment. And let me also add this. It would be one thing if both of them seemed to be on the same page about this, but I never got the impression that Danielle, Garrick's wife, which is now technically I guess his ex-wife, was ever completely on board with having sister wives. She never said that she was not on board, but her body language said otherwise.
It's a reflection of Jesus and his church, because a lot of the scriptures, the terms where it says he fills you with the Holy Ghost, it's actually a sexual term.
And Garrick, to me, just seemed like a creep who was just trying to find ways to use his religion as an excuse to be with other women.
You know, so for us, it's a beautiful thing when it's done right.
Her face when he talks about this stuff just says it all. So this guy thought that God wanted him to find a woman in Brazil, Roberta, divorce his wife of 13 years, who he has 2 children with, to bring Roberta over to the US on a 90-day fiancé visa to be a sister wife. God told him to do that. Like, why doesn't he just say he's a horny creep? Why is he dragging God into this? I am getting Pastor Ben vibes. What was his motto again?
God's plan.
But God's plan in this case did not work out. Roberta said she was okay with being a sister wife with Danielle, but she did not like when Garrick tried to pursue an additional sister wife.
No kisses, friends.
And their plans to try to bring her to the US ended up failing. She did not come.
She lied.
As much as Danielle seemed to be upset about Roberta backing out in some of these clips, many people watching noticed an obvious sense of relief from Danielle. Roberta did not work out, but neither did anyone else they were dating. In the end, yes, Danielle did divorce her husband, even when it did not seem like she even wanted to.
But I got divorced for her, and she won't even come here?
And all of this just crashed and burned, but she didn't end up having to deal with a real sister wife living with them. And it seemed like if they didn't have any luck, and Garrick was oh so heartbroken about Roberta backing out, I thought that maybe they would stop trying to pursue a sister wife, at least for a while. And I think that Danielle thought the same thing. But nope. Here they are again on this new season, and they are dating another woman from Brazil with the same plan.
We ended up meeting a girl named Natalia. I'd say about 2 months it started getting serious, where we thought, wow, there's something special here.
Danielle is now worried that they are moving too fast. I mean, they are still fresh off their breakup with Roberta, and really repeating the same strategy with this new girl, Natalia, who, by the way, is younger than Roberta was. Seems like a bad strategy anyways.
I swear, we're not stupid.
Just ask Danielle's brother.
Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results.
I mean, this whole thing is insane. And any family member that they tell about their new potential sister wife just makes faces like this.
Does she speak English?
She does not very well. I mean, a little
I'm
bit.
sorry, I gotta laugh a little bit.
I don't hear Danielle saying a straight up, no, let's not do this. But I really wish that she would just say that, because this just feels so insulting to her, doesn't it? Like they got divorced to bring another woman over, who by the way looks nothing like Danielle, so it seems like Danielle is not his type, and then after all of that, it just didn't work out. And now they are pursuing another girl from the same city in Brazil as Roberta, so to me that would say, I guess women from Brazil are Garrick's type? And Danielle gets what out of this? A sister to bond with? Because it seems like her options are deal with it or leave him. That has to be what the case is. Those are her options. He's either gonna do this or not be with her. I think this because she does at one point say that she's not ready for another sister wife, but then in the same conversation says that it's really not up to her. If they were truly living a polygamous lifestyle, wouldn't her opinion on the timing matter a bit more? Because this is all Garrick. He wants this. And I can't feel that bad for Danielle because she's not walking away. She's not trying to delay anything. Nothing. She even says things like this.
God wants us to be with her.
This whole thing is absolutely wild. How are they saying that God is telling them to do this? They are fully putting all of their reasoning for this on what God is saying to them.
If God tells you to do something, you do it. If we didn't know that, why would we take it fast?
I kept wondering if they would explain this more too. Like, please tell me the explanation for both of these people saying they're hearing the same thing from God. But like I expected, Garrick has the explanation.
Like a wind and presence of God just filled the whole garage, and we just knew like God met me and her there like to witness to us both that it was serious.
And Danielle is just over here like, yeah, sure, whatever. She doesn't like chime in and say this really happened. She's definitely not driving the boat at all here either. Garrick made a ring, Garrick booked a trip to Mexico and is flying out Natalia and her mom. This is happening regardless of how Danielle feels. And they are even bringing their kids out with them to meet her, which is just stupid. Leave the kids out of it, especially the first time you meet her. But after some issues with getting Natalia and her mom to Mexico, which I guess they had a hard time getting to Mexico coming from Brazil because they needed special documents, they do finally arrive though, and everyone meets for the very first time. Natalia says she's new to polygamous relationships, but says she likes how Garrick, Danielle, and the boys treat her.
We rented a villa just to have enough space to kind of relax and get to know each other better and be comfortable.
I find it so weird that they are all staying in a villa together. Natalia has her own room with her mom, but like Garrick and his whole family are with him while he's trying to make this woman his fiance.
No hanky-panky.
No hanky-panky unless, there's a proposal and a commitment for life.
It's just so weird. This guy just gives off so much ick. He talks so calmly and quietly about proposing, and then like plans to sleep with Natalia in the room right next to his kids and wife. Ugh. Also, the next day when they try to all have a family outing, you can tell that Danielle is not feeling having Natalia around. They really haven't been together in person that long at all when she says this.
Her personality is different than Roberta's, so I can't like say it's like a negative thing. So trying to make the best of it.
She already is starting to compare her bond with Natalia to the one she had with Roberta. But I think she's doing this because when they all met in person, Natalia actually seemed younger than Danielle expected. When Danielle met Roberta, they were the same age, and now Natalia is in her 20s. I could see how that would make Danielle even more hesitant and not feel like they have as much in common. I like how I'm trying to rationalize how Danielle feels when this entire situation is batshit crazy. So Natalia ended up being afraid of going into the cenote, and that made them cut their outing short. And they end up talking about something that foreshadows a huge issue that's going to come up later. Natalia says she felt bad that she was too afraid to go into the cenote, and Danielle had a very understanding attitude, saying that they all are going to have times that they don't enjoy the same things. But you can tell that Danielle is not into this. She's just not. And the fact that she hasn't said so and put any stop to anything is about to bite her in the ass. Because Natalia and Garrick are already bonding. She is saying that she's feeling love for Garrick already. But she's also saying that she's not feeling as much of a bond with Danielle yet. This is just not going to end well for them.
Big Ed has a poem for you. Roses are red, violets are blue. Subscribe to the Kibbles channel.
You're my best view.
On the next episode, it looks like Garrick gets caught on a dating site.
You didn't look at new people?
No.
That's a lie.
And we do see in the season previews that creepy Garrick does try to move this relationship as fast as he possibly can. But the big problem that's going to take over this season for them is that Danielle and Garrick are not on the same page about Natalia.
Since Garrick's been here, she made me feel very shut out.
I think that Natalia wants to take Garrick away.
This is scary.
And we know that Garrick does not listen to Danielle's concerns about the speed of adding a sister wife. So why would he listen to any objections of hers at all? Because I see jealousy from Danielle already. Whether it's Natalia being younger than any other potential sister wives, or it's coming from Garrick not giving her any say in any decision. Either way, this is just not going to end well for them. Let me know what you think about Garrick and Danielle and their sister wife journey so far. Let me know if you want me to keep covering this show as well. If you've not actually had the chance to watch this show, I definitely suggest checking it out. The newest season of 90 Day Fiancé premiering right now is Happily Ever After, and I just don't know how often I can make videos about it. It's so scripted and fake, so I'm not sure how much of that season I can cover, honestly. This show, Seeking Sister Wife, reminds me a lot of early before the 90 Day seasons with the way that it's filmed. Like, they focus on the drama, but the circumstances are just very naturally uncomfortable. The cringe and secondhand embarrassment are just there for these couples looking for sister wives. And I like the way that they film this. I really wish that they would just go back to filming 90 Day this way. Again, let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next video. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!